I am Detective Ben Santiago of the South Side. This is Alfredo Morales. Alfredo controlled the South Side. Seldom was he seen without his beautiful companion Maria. She was a woman of great passion. She could seduce the ticks off a dog. But Alfredo, he really didn't give a damn. He was always finding reasons to slap her around. She grew tired of it. I've been trying to connect him to several murders, but he was always several steps ahead of me. Maria was my only hope. One day, I ran into her. She looked like she had been crying. I stepped to her. I treated her good, real good. No, she wasn't used to that. She feared Alfredo would see us together. Alfredo was very jealous. In fact, I was pretty sure he killed his last girlfriend, her lover, his mother, and the dog. Perhaps I could use Maria to set him up, but would she go for it? No, of course not. She was too afraid. Afraid of Alfredo's violent tendencies. But she was no sap. One night when we were together, he showed up, gun in hand. She ran to him, begging him to put the gun down. I thought surely this was the end. Like I said, Maria was no sap. She grabbed the gun, and now it was my turn to die. No, it was his turn to die. Maria had captured the man, and more importantly, she captured my heart. I am Detective Ben Santiago, and this is Alfredo Morales. He was about to put a bullet in my head. It was over for me. I was shot. Or was I? Alfredo had shot himself. We were taking him to the hospital. Little did I know, Vinny and his beautiful sister were planning a little surprise for Alfredo. My new partner and I were ready for just about anything, or so we thought. It was Vinny. He had come to kill Alfredo. Bad blood between Alfredo and Vinny's dad. Shots rang out. I pulled my piece and jumped out the vehicle after Vinny. Alfredo shot my partner while I was too busy chasing Vinny. Meanwhile, crazy Alfredo hijacked the ambulance. Vinny was a madman. Hard to keep up with him. His sister waited as a backup in the alleyway. At the time, I had no idea who she was, and she had quite a surprise laid out for me. Alfredo was going crazy. Nothing made him madder than somebody trying to kill him. Vinny had me running all around town. Hell, I was getting old. He ran down the alley where his sister was and carjacked a woman. A very beautiful one, I might add. I fired my weapon. His sister began to run, interference. Down the alleyway we all went. Vinny had her driving backward. Damn, I was out of bullets. Vinny had the woman pull over. Guess what? She wrote her digits on his hand. That damn Vinny was as smooth as they came. Alfredo was still going crazy. He got away. Before he could leave, Vinny had to promise to take her out Friday night. Me, I had to make a promise to take somebody out too, Vinny's sister. How stupid could I have been? Beautiful creature like that, wanting to take me out. She wanted to thank me for saving her life. It was her brother's life that perhaps got saved. I had no idea who she really was, nor what she was up to. I am Detective Ben Santiago, and this is Alfredo Morales. He was not at all happy. Angel here and her brother tried to kill him. The bullet wasn't going in my head, but hers. Angel was looking good. Damn good. I just had to... But Angel and Alfredo weren't always enemies. There was a time that they were perhaps even lovers. Alfredo had set her brother up with a deal with the Asian, Kitsu and Mitsu. Kitsu was very traditional. He still bowed when meeting, and most of all, he hated guns. He had a very bad temper. Mitsu, his sister, was always trying to keep him calm. But Alfredo, he could charm any woman. It was time for business. The merchandise looked good, and Kitsu yelled out his offer. Alfredo yelled out a counteroffer. This upset Kitsu. He didn't believe in counteroffers, so he repeated his original offer. Before Alfredo could finish, Mitsu interrupted to keep her brother Kitsu from getting further upset. Alfredo's son pulled his piece. Like I said before, Kitsu hated guns. Godan rushed in. Mitsu disarmed the son. Kitsu snapped the goods and knocked Alfredo's gun from his hand. They hated guns, but they damn sure weren't afraid to use them. But Alfredo, he got away with the merchandise. But I was right there waiting for him. I wasn't taking any chances, so I shot him. I had shot Alfredo, and once again, he was on his way to the hospital, and Kitsu and his sister Mitsu were waiting. They hijacked the ambulance. shooting another new partner. Mitsu didn't mind shooting the driver just for the hell of it. And Kitsu, rather than use a gun, enjoyed choking people to death. And so they went on their way. Kitsu got tired of playing with Alfredo and decided to just knock him out. I knew how these two operated, so I was right there waiting for them. I fired. Kitsu jumped out and ran down the street. I pursued him. He was nuts, running in circles all over the place. Fast as hell, down the alleyway we went. Into the alleyway I went. There he was. He tried to kick the gun out of my hand. He hated guns. He tossed boxes and shit at me. The little bastard was tough. Real tough. I felt like I was no match for him. But I hang in there. Or at least I tried to. But he was too much. I am Detective Ben Santiago. Kitsu was beating the crap out of me, but I was determined not to give up. Kitsu wasn't quite satisfied with beating me down. He had to get one more last shot. Down I went. I just knew it was all over. I crawled to my gun, got out, one last shot. It hit him. I managed to slap the cuffs on him. I had him, or at least I thought. This was just a game to him. He pushed me off him and started all over. The little bastard got away. Angel found out what had happened to her brother. Since Kitsu didn't know who she was, she decided to go after him, her way. Everything was going quite according to her plans. Kitsu seen himself as quite a ladies' man. A player, in fact, like her brother. She knew the type. He was putty in her hands. She poured on the charm, and Kitsu certainly wanted it. He was loving it. Too much. She could wait no longer. She pushed him away, pulled her gun. Kitsu hated guns. He quickly kicked it from her. She ran off into the woods, and he pursued her. She was quick like a cat. Kitsu chased her like a rat. She had 9 lives. Lucky for her, this was her first, because Kitsu, he loved choking. Choked her to death. I am Detective Ben Santiago, and this is Alfredo Morales. He was not at all happy. Angel here and her brother tried to kill him. The bullet wasn't going into my head, but hers. Angel was looking good. And for a second, I had no idea of what was going on around me or what Angel wanted to do to me. It was time to go after Alfredo. Vinny and I both fired at him as he ran off. He ran right into this young lady. Her old man started to give him hell. He just pointed his gun at him. That seemed to calm him down a bit. Alfredo continued down the alleyway. I stopped to make sure they were okay. I was back after him. I would not lose him. I was not going to give up. He tried to steal a car and escape. Not this time. He was mine. He was going back to jail where he belonged. That night, I went to the club to celebrate. Fox was imitating the professor. He was doing a good job. I am Detective Ben Santiago of the South Side. With Alfredo now behind bars, I was sent on a special assignment to help guard Ra Mandela, an African diplomat, no relation to Nelson. This Mandela was a real bastard. It was rumored the only reason he was here was to trade in conflict diamonds. This African loved white women, and when he arrived here, his first request was get him an American white woman. By the time we arrived at his compound, he was already with her. My boys and I showed his personal guards our badges and weapons. They looked like they were ready for anything. Meanwhile, Ra was checking on his diamonds. They never left his side. It was time for him to do what he did best. And this particular woman was just the one to make him do his best. She took his mind off the diamond and on her. This is what he had been waiting for. Ra woke up and found his diamonds were gone. He yelled out to his guards. They weren't joking. They were ready for business. They pulled out the heavy artillery. Ra was scrambling, trying to put his clothes back on. Ra grabbed his guns and began firing. I stopped the young woman and asked to see what was in her bag. She wanted to show me she wasn't hiding anything under her dress. And before I knew what was happening, she kissed me. I mean, really kissed me. I totally lost it for a moment. Now my gun was pointing at my head. I guess it was pretty good because she began to kiss me again, and for a moment, I couldn't think of anything else. I grabbed her. She took all she wanted and then pushed me off her. Ra came running up, screaming, yelling, and handing me his gun. She was gone. Whoa. She was about to take our heads off. This guard pointed the way to us. Shots rang out. People were shooting all over the place, even at one another. She had us all confused. Then she began to pick us all off, one by one. Damn, she shot up old Pinsky. He was a week from retirement. Poor old Pinsky. I had to get help.
This is the lovely Miss Mary Jane, and she is about to have lunch with Detective Ben Santiago from the South Side. Even our Detective Ben Santiago deserves a little R&R. Mary Jane. Seems like she has an appointment at the courthouse. And so does our detective, Ben Santiago. Ben is quite surprised to see Mary Jane, but Mary Jane is there for Alfredo. She attacks Ben viciously. Alfredo takes off and he runs for his life. And Vinny is waiting for him. The least person he expects to see. This is Miss Jane, and she is about to be picked up. And a small Vinny, who's outside. She and is the man. The legs. He's Miss Jane. And this is Vinny's sister. She is about to unwrap her present. It's Alfredo. And she is about to get her revenge. But now she wants to shut him up for good. A little duct tape and gasoline should do the job. Alfredo doesn't like this at all. He struggles to be free. But she is quite determined to end it for him. She gives him a kiss. Vinny has arrived with his special guest, Miss Jane. She introduced him to his lovely sister. They're quite hungry, so Vinny orders some Chinese food from his favorite Chinese restaurant. This young lady is a personal bodyguard to South African diplomat Mandela. No relations to Nelson, of course. He has had his diamonds stolen. And so they leave Miss Jane alone for a while they discuss some very important business about what to do with Alfredo. But Miss Jane has plans. You see, Mrs. Jane is in love with Alfredo, and she has come to set him free. Busted, and now she's in for the fight of her life. But Mrs. Jane has been in many sticky situations before, and maybe she can love her way out of it. Vinny's companion has always wanted one of Vinny's women, and now he has his opportunity, so he plans on taking full advantage of it. Meanwhile, the food has arrived. But who is this agent? It's Kitsu! And Kitsu is there to kill Alfredo. Sworn enemy. He hates both Alfredo and Vinny. First Alfredo, and then Vinny's next. Vinny has no idea that this is Kitsu, and Kitsu lets him have it. He pulls the guns. Kitsu hates guns! And so, now, Vinny, what is Vinny gonna do? And now, his sister runs and begs for mercy. And our detective Ben Santiago, perhaps he can come and save the day. This young lady is a personal bodyguard to South African diplomat Mandela. Kitsu is responsible for his diamonds being stolen, and she has been investigating him. Ben's like, he stopped from killing her. It's the only woman that Kitsu ever loved. Tells her how much she loves him. Tells her she's so sorry that she tried to kill him. But she had no choice. It was either him or her brother. She's sorry. She wants to be with him. She tells him, go now. I must save my brother. She's torn apart. What should she do? Hell, it's too late for her to do anything to save her brother. Ben has them all. Alfredo and Vinny. And to her surprise, Kitsu comes back for her. And so, they run off to be together. And Ben Santiago, he takes Alfredo and Vinny. This is Miss Angelina, and she is a newlywed. She's about to prepare a special drink for her new husband. And with a big smile, she gives her husband a special drink. It will be his last. She returns a little while later and finds finds her husband dead. She's happy now. And what should Miss Angelina do? Let's see how much money I have. His phone and now his wallet. Money, credit cards. She has everything she needs. It's time to go shopping in her new Mercedes. And a week later, she gets a knock on her door. Who is it, she wonders. She goes to the door, and to her surprise, our detective Ben Santiago enters. He's investigating the mysterious death of her late husband. She tells him she would be more than happy to cooperate and give him any information he needs for his investigation. Angelina wonders whether or not she should make him a special drink. Perhaps she should use her panties instead. And so Ben decides he'll just go along for the ride. And young Angelina knows just what to do. So young Angelina decides it's time to get rid of Ben. And so she begins to choke him. Ben struggles for his life.
This is Detective Ben Santiago from the South Side. Today he has special plans with this beautiful young lady, and they're going for a wonderful cruise. Ben Where's the best place to get money from? That's right, the Taxman, Taxman America. And Ben has a special appointment to see the Taxman, to see how much money he can get back on those tax returns. That's right, he got a big one this time. Just what Ben's been waiting for. Ben loves to spend money on the ladies. And here he is. Wow, bet you never seen numbers like that before. And so Ben gets back into the limousine to do his thing, to go out on the town with the ladies. He deserves it after all the hard work he's done, the many cases he's solved. But first, a kiss. Well, who's she? Who's she? This is Vinny's sister. And she wants her brother back. She wants Alfredo as well. Or she's going to put a bullet right in the detective's... Go get my brother now, she says. Ben has to figure out how he's going to get Vinny and Alfredo out of jail. He thinks he has a plan. Who can resist donuts? And this is Alfredo. People say he runs the jail. He has plenty of money he throws around to the guards and everyone. Poor Vinny doesn't have it so good. He's out there picking trash up like everybody else. And as far as Alfredo's concerned, he is trash. Vinny's sister knows Vinny loves donuts. I think he loves guns even better. Yeah, boy. I think it's time for Vinny to get out of there. For the brothers, it's just another day. A picking up trash. Then he tells the guards to keep an eye on them brothers. Just another day picking up trash in the state prison. I think it's time for Vinny to get out of here. That's right. Everybody drop those guns. Now. Put them all down. Vinny got plans. And so do the brothers. Maybe it's time for everybody to leave up out of here. Alfredo decided he better get the hell out of there. The brothers figure they helped out their friend hop the fence and get out of there. Then he decides, should he shoot Alfredo or should he just go after him? So he pops the guard upside the head and takes off. Meanwhile, the brothers, they figure they'll incapacitate the guard and get the hell out of there. I think it's time for a carjacking. Carjack the brother, and they out of there. A good day for a jailbreak. Guards are on the trail of Vinny and Alfredo. They have no plans on letting them get away, making them look bad. The brothers decide to ditch the car and get the hell out of there. Yeah, what a day for a jailbreak. Vinny and Alfredo had escaped from the state penitentiary. They had no plans on being captured. The guards are in hot pursuit.
Back to the state pen they go. Or do they? And is that Ben Santiago driving? Vinny's sister waits patiently to see her brother. And here they come. They make the exchange. She gets her brother and Alfredo. And our detective Ben Santiago gets his woman back. And she's so happy. And now they can spend all that tax money. I don't think Alfredo's too happy. Yeah, and he got his glasses on. He feels good now. They're out.